guys, how's it going? Well, previously on the channel, we were working on this 1971 John Deere 110. I bought this 110 off of my brother. I apologize if I sound congested or sick. I have actually been bedridden the past few days, almost a couple weeks. Last week, I was stuck in bed for a while. I've got some kind of cold or something that's been running around for a while. I was been laying in bed all week, had trouble sleeping. This weekend I felt better, and conveniently last week was Thanksgiving. So that sucked. And then, let's see, I was up. I felt better this weekend, and then I was back down again yesterday, Sunday, and yesterday. And then I feel a little bit better today, but I'm not exactly all 100% there. I'm going to take advantage of feeling better, and we're going to see how long I can go until I start sinking again, because I kind of took advantage of it last time I felt better too. So previously on the channel, we messed with the head gasket on this 110. I'm trying to remember everything we did. I think we mainly just changed the head gasket on it, and that was it. Well, recently I had a problem. I've been running it, and well, that's engine oil. So I have a suspicion one of the seals, or the seal for the engine, is out, the crank seal. So I went ahead and I ordered another crank seal for it. I have that suspicion. That and the back of the engine is all wet. So we're just gonna go on ahead and assume that's the case and just go on ahead and replace it. I might go on ahead and replace the front main seal depending on how I feel. I figured, well, I'm finally out here able to do something, so we're gonna get back into this guy and get him going again, so that way I've got a snow plowing rig. Or, you know, if something happens to me, whoever ends up taking over this and, you know, snow plowing the driveway this winter has a decent little rig they can rely on. Well, they got 3 decent rigs they can rely on in case, you know, something happens to me and, well, I'm not here to fix them. That, and also they got some other tractors they can throw the snow plows on and get them to do some snow plowing. So there we go. So yeah, let's go on ahead and get into this guy and let's get that rear seal changed. So let's go on ahead and let's get this clutch pulley off of here. And after we get our clutch pulley off of here, we can take our, careful, I don't want that to hit the, take that nut out, and after we get that nut out, get the pulley off. Hopefully that pulley will come off nice. Try. Let's see if we can get it off here now. Let's see if this is going to, oh, well, look at that. They usually don't come off that easily. They're usually a pain in the ass. Let's set that off to the side. And also, I believe that this belt is going to have to be replaced too here sometime soon, because that belt just doesn't look pretty. I don't know if it's going to survive me the winter or not. It might even out-survive me. Let's see what that does. Let's see. There we go. That's what I was expecting right there. So let's see. The purpose of this is not to hit it as hard as you physically can. This is just to loosen it or try to break it free from that to get it to move. as you can see, I did. So now, yeah, look at that. That's definitely wet. Is there even a seal in there? Yeah, there is. And it's leaking. So I bet you, if we start that engine up right now, we're gonna see all sorts of oil come out. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, look at that, see? It just popped out. Yeah, that seal's wore out. And it was making noise. Cool. Yeah, that was our problem. I was wondering what that noise was. I kind of thought it was a knock, and it started right after I replaced that head gasket, and I thought, I'm hoping it's not anything to do with that head gasket. And well, now seeing that, I wonder if it's going to quit doing that. Sounds like it did. I don't want to lose that key, so I don't really want to. I'm sure to lose all of the oil before. Well, according to this, it's still full. It's a little bit. It's right on the mark, but it's a little bit under the mark. So I would consider that fine. But yeah, that's what happens when your seal's wore out. I'll bet you the flywheel seal's not that far behind, so we'll probably just end up replacing them both. I had the thought of pulling this engine and just kind of giving it a bench. I don't want to say a bench rebuild, but I want to say a bench just going over and cleaning up the block, maybe painting it, because that blue looks ugly. I'm just going to be honest with you. I wish it was green or black or even yellow. That'd be kind of cool. Just trying to get this cleaned up. That in there should be fine, but there we go. Let's just start it. I just want to see what happens. Ready? Yeah, see, notice how that went away? That seal was rotating in there. That explains what that noise was. So yeah, I'm sure that flywheel seal's not too far behind. That's probably gonna be what we replace next. So I'll bring you guys back when I have a new seal to put in there. And I'll have to decide if I'm gonna do the other seal or not. Now I know for a fact I can't be the only one who has wondered about this, but spinning the hydraulic pump around with a drill and trying to lift and lower the blade. Who else has wondered if this would work? Let's just try it. Let's take this extension off here. Let's just try it because I'm curious. And I know for a fact I'm not the only one who's wondered this. Ready? Cool. That's it, worked. So yeah, that's cool. Well, I'll bring you guys back when I get that new seal, now that we've had some fun. Getting back into this 110, let's see about getting our seal. This is our seal right here. Part number, I ordered this from iSave Tractors. Part number is I'll see if our the other seal had one. Make sure it doesn't say that address. There you go. There's a part number from iSave Tractors if you're looking for one of these and need one. We're probably going to end up having to pull this keyway out, but I guess we'll see. Oh, we got it. Look at that. So we want to get it on here. There we go. There's a little lip inside of there. We'll probably end up having to take that key off, so that way we can get our. That way we can get our little redneck press onto it. I'll grab my mallet. I'll get that seal out. I grabbed my mallet. I'm sure you guys recognize this mallet. This is my rubber mallet I had that the top of always would fly off of. I got it fixed. I glued it, so finally we won't have that problem anymore, hopefully. Well, we're getting there. You gotta be careful. I don't want to ruin the seal. I think we're in. Yes, we are. Cool. I don't know how far in these need to go. I like to keep them flush. Sometimes I run them in a little further than I should. Sometimes I'm careful. This should probably be the side that's. Oh well. Do we have something up here that we can run it in with? No. It's pretty well flush with this surface right here, which I think is what you want. So we should be fine. So now we can stick our stuff back on. Actually, we probably should start it before we put that on there. Let's get it started up. Get everything off of it real quick. Let's just start it and let's see if it'll leak less. I do have a seal for the front. For those of you wondering, I might plan on changing that front main seal, but I guess we'll see. I should. Ready? Let's see what we get. Seems to be doing okay. I don't really see any issues. It's not leaking, which is good. So hopefully we fixed it. Let's go on ahead and get our PTO put back on. I got some angry commenter down below. You didn't do that right. Or that's supposed to go in further. Oh well. That's down. Should. See if we can. There we go. We got it. So we'll just run our. I was hoping it would, but I don't think it will because of that. Because of the hydraulic lift belt. I think that's going to prevent us from being able to do what I wanted to do. So let's take that. Let's go on ahead and get it hooked in. There we go. There we go. I may end up doing the flywheel side. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what it does. Usually when you replace one, you end up having to replace both, which is probably the way it's going to go with this one. I do have the flywheel side, so we can replace that if something goes wrong with it. Went in there and grabbed my impact driver. Run up here. Where's our hydraulic belt? Oh, it's over here. I thought it was on there still, but apparently it came off. So I'll just take that and we'll run it around here. There we go. Cool. Look at that. And we'll throw our PTO on. And then we'll do this. There we go. So hopefully now, PTO's fit, or the seal's fixed, and we shouldn't have any more leaks from it. There we go. That better just locked in. Cool. We'll take it out and try it later. I gotta move some things around so I can get it out. And run for a minute. I know you guys want to look too. I'll have to throttle it up some probably. Still haven't seen anything yet, which is good. So we may have fixed it. Let's give it a little bit of juice. So far, so good. Let's subject it to some use, and we'll see what it does. Ready? there was some hydraulic oil that leaked out of this tractor when I changed those lines around last. That's what that smoke is. So, not anything to worry about, just needs to burn off. But yeah, I don't see any leaks. We'll take it and run it around a little bit, some maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll do some recording. We'll drive it around and we'll see how it does. But yeah, the smoke is just coming from hydraulic oil that leaked. Ain't no big deal. Guys want to go for a cruise? Cruising gear. Ran the 110 around for a while and I brought it back into the shop. Looking at it, I do not see any oil underneath of it, which is good. Meaning I think we have solved the leak, hopefully. I know someone's gonna bring it up in the comment section. I do have the seal for the flywheel side. I have been wanting to take that flywheel cover off for a while and do some inspecting and see what the deal is with the spark plug wire. So I think we're gonna go on ahead and do that and just inspect under there and see how things look and also look at that flywheel. We might be better off just leaving it alone. But I don't know, we'll see. It depends on how hard it is to get the shroud out from under here without taking the hydraulics off. If you look at it, we might be able to just sneak it out from under there. I guess we'd have to see, because I really don't want to take the hydraulics off if I don't have to. It doesn't really look like we have to, if we don't want to. There's a bolt down here. There should be a bolt on that side. There shouldn't be any bolts up on top. This one right here. There's one right there. And I think we can just pull this cover straight forward and that should get it off. Well, we got to replace that fuel line. That's another thing that I've been wanting to do for a while but haven't done. This line is stiff. So that's going to be next probably, because it's probably going to break once we start getting into this. So let me put you guys in the stand and let's just go for it and let's see what happens. I love the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But, you know, why not? Let's just take it apart. You're curious what's under there. I'm curious what's under there. I want to see that coil and I want to see how it works. So let's go on ahead and let's get this thing taken apart. We'll get the flywheel off. We'll get the front shroud off if we can get it off there without taking the hydraulic setup off. And then once we do all that, we'll go on ahead and we'll change that seal. Let's go on ahead and see what it entails to get this flywheel cover off. I think it's just this bolt here. which is a 7. This bolt down here, which is a 7. That bolt, which is a 7, and that bolt, which is hopefully a 7/16. Let's just make sure we can get to all of them before we swear to take the whole cover off. And I do want to look in that cover and to see if it is full of oil as well.
Last Christmas the North Pole was booming. Toys were on all of the shelves. Now Santa can't find any workers, 'cause the government's paying his elves. So Santa came up with a new plan. Since there's not enough toys to go around, he'd deliver the toys to the good girls and boys whose folks didn't vote for this clown. He said Democrats don't deserve Christmas. Looks like old Santa is pissed. Told him Democrats don't deserve Christmas. You're all on one big naughty list. He wrote, "Let's go Brandon," right there on his slate. He took the red pill and he's coming your way, singing Democrats don't deserve Christmas gifts. Santa heard about gas and inflation and what Biden's planning to do. So he hovered right over the White House, let all of his reindeer go poo. Santa knows that he'll probably be canceled by left-wings and those spoiled brats. But Santa just tweeted this morning, said, "You snowflakes can all kiss my ass, because Democrats don't deserve Christmas." Looks like old Santa is pissed. Told them Democrats don't deserve Christmas. You're all on one big naughty list. He wrote, "Let's go Brandon," right there on his slate. He took the red pill and
Stuck a new battery in the old Get It Off 9000 machine. Let's see what it does. That's just wonderful. So we need to get that off. Let's see if this will work. And if this will work, yes, it will. Can we get this to break off? Haha, we got it. Cool. So we'll get that loose. Do you guys see that? That engine's loose. That's interesting. I wonder what the hell happened there. So we're gonna have to look into that and see if we can fix that. I ain't never noticed that until just now. And I'm being honest with you guys. And you're not going to like how I'm going to do this, but this is how I do it. And this is how other people on YouTube do it. And believe it or not, it works. Make that flush. Don't use the castle side because you will ruin it. Grab a crowbar, go to town. All you need, and keep the jokes to yourselves, all you need is one good blow and you'll be able to get this flywheel off. Unless it comes loose on its own. 5-pound brass mallet. There we go, we got it. Oh no, you just damaged that bolt. Oh really? And it's a nut. Oh no, we just damaged that nut. Oh, that's weird because it turns. It's got pressure on it now from the flywheel, so that's why it wouldn't loosen up earlier. That and them threads aren't that pretty. Well, you just busted up that crankshaft by doing that. I did? Huh, that's weird. Didn't break on me doing that. Didn't break on me doing that. You broke your flywheel. No, I didn't. Okay. So, not breaking. However, the engine's loose. I'm glad I noticed that. We're gonna have to fix that one. There's your coil, as you can see. They actually don't look too bad under here. I don't really see too much evidence of any leaking under here. Well, actually, that is kind of wet. There's a lot of metal shavings under here, too. Got that guy off. I don't know if there's points under here. I think all it is just the stator and this coil. We take that off, and then we can get to our seal, which is in there. I hope I don't have to take that all apart. Going in there to get a flathead screwdriver. I don't need one. I got this. We just take this, flip it around. Bingo. Let me get this out. Wonder what the winning lottery numbers are tonight, because I need them. Because this one spoke too soon. So I need to go find a lottery ticket so I can win. Let's see, how does this come loose? I think right there. If I loosen that screw, right there, we should be able. There we go. Okay. Actually, we may not need to remove that clip. We might just be able to take it. Oh yeah, we can. Cool. Take that, move it over. Without causing damage. Oh boy, there's our sparkly wire. Can we easily get this out of here? Without damaging it, please? Yes. Cool. There's our seal right there. I want to clean that crankshaft up some before I put the new seal in. So let me do that here quick. I'll tell you what, I'm glad I noticed that motor is loose. But if we're gonna have to figure something out there as to why it came loose. Probably somebody at some point was into this motor. We found out they ended up boring it 20 over. I wonder if they just didn't screw it in tight enough when they stuck it back in. Because I know I haven't had this motor out of here. My brother hasn't had this motor out of here. I'm not sure if the guy that he got it off of had the motor out of it. I don't think he did. That looks good. Clean this up too. There we go. That reminds me of the Tecumseh coil. I wonder if it would work on here or not. Not the HH100 coil, but I have another one around here that goes underneath the flywheel that looks just like that. I wonder if it would work. There we go. I cleaned them up. We probably need to get this key out of here But yeah, probably before we can get that seal out. So that'll be the next thing that we do. Let's see about getting this one off of here. If we can. Yes, we can. Cool. There we go. So now that we've done that, look at that. That seal came out. That seal don't look too bad, actually. I'm just gonna go on ahead and change it. It wasn't that bad. It's definitely not bad, but you know, it never hurts to change. I might keep that seal around just in case I ever need one. You know, keep it as an extra one, but note on it it's used. There we go. I might have to pull that out of there because it didn't go in right. I want to be careful getting this out of here. I keep on wanting to pull this off of here, but I can't. I could, but at the same time, you know, I just don't want to ruin it. I had a... Oh, let me just use this. I'll let you guys whine about me breaking a socket next. By hitting on it with a hammer. There we go. It feels like it's seated okay. So that's good. I might try to... There we go. There we go. Now we'll just stick our thing back on here. And we'll take this as well as that. We'll reinsert them. I think there was something else I wanted to do while I was under here. Check that coil, but we already did. So I think we've done everything that I said I wanted to do under here, so there you go. So now we need to find our holes. There's one. I am going to take that off there because that didn't. There we go. There we go. Tight, that seems fairly good. Cool. I am happy with that. Cool. Let's see, where do we go from here? I think now we go on ahead and we put the flywheel back on. Let's take a quick peek. If you end up needing to change your flywheel and you have one of these in here, take these screws out, and once you do that, you take this ring, pop it into the new flywheel. Some flywheels have these in them already, some of them don't. Some of them do have the holes, but you have to tap them. Take these screws and insert them into that flywheel, and there you go, you got a new flywheel you can use. Oh, I forget. Why do you remind me? We gotta put our keyway back in. Idiot. Of course, you got to put the keyway back in before you finish the job. That's how you're doing it. At least I think. Yeah, it's not going to work. Okay. I don't want to share the key. You got to be very careful not to share this key. Let's see about getting this in here. You do want the key flat. You do not want it to be in at an angle. Just so you know. And everything seems to be fine. So yeah, cool. Back off one final time just to inspect things and for good measure. All right, let's pop it back. Cool. Now we're back in place. Got compression. Hopefully now everything should be all back together. Where is that nut? Should be right here. Oh boy. Something as important as a 5-0 nut. There it is. Right there. Should go through that with a tap, but I don't know if I have a tap big enough for it. I don't know if I have a die big enough for that either. And then don't let me forget, we need to get in here and tighten down the engine. Because I don't really want to forget about that. We need to put the washer back, by the way. I knew I was missing something. I don't know where the washer went. Not down under here, is it? There's some evidence of oil on the frame. So, that's not it. That's not it. Where is it? That's just great. Getting back into this, I had to look for the washer. I was trying to find where the washer went for the flywheel. I ended up finding it. It was actually on the other side of the tractor. So it must have fell off. I kind of went back and watched the video to see if it even had a washer and where I might have sat it. So I swear to God, I just heard compression. There we go. I'll give it one more good. That's good. Cool. So now we're nice and tight. You don't want to over tighten. Well, you do want to tighten it, but you don't want to over tighten it or under tighten it. Under tighten it means it's too loose. Over tight means it's way too tight. So there you go. We probably should start it up to make sure it runs good still. Even though that motor's loose, which I'm glad I know. Let's start it, make sure it runs, because I'm thinking about it. And if it runs, we'll go on ahead and put the rest back together. Ready? Cool, it runs. I want to watch that starter and see what it does. Okay, apparently it's just... Oh. I see. Okay. Oh my. These teeth are not pretty on this flywheel. Which explains... And that's not loose. Okay. Wow. Man, I didn't even notice that until just now. So that would be a problem for sure. Wow. I mean, they're not terrible. It actually almost looks like it's this gear on the starter that's the problem. Because that doesn't look right. That looks like the wrong gear. I may have to look into that. Get that to let go. It doesn't... It looks better in some places than others. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's probably that gear. That gear doesn't look right to begin with. We might have to look into that. Let's make sure that all the holes have bolts in them. That one does. This one over here does not appear to have a bolt. That one right there. The ones back here, yes. Yes, very loose. Okay. Trying to think of what size those are. I believe they're 1/2 inch or 9/16. One of those two. Let me grab a socket and we'll get those taken care of. We could take it, yeah. Let's get that taken care of real quick since we're thinking about it. We're gonna try 9/16 first. If it's not 9/16, it's 1/2. And I also brought a bolt with me to put in this hole right here that appears to be missing one. Just a matter of getting up here to it. And sometime here soon. It's hard to get to. Let's grab a nut. We can stick it in that socket to help it hold the bolt. Actually, I just found something perfect. If it would fit in the socket. Grab a 9/16 nut. That way it can go inside of our socket and hold our bolt out some, because we don't want it going into the socket all the way like that. And we'll just take it out of the ratchet and we'll jump over here and we'll find our hole, which I did. Oh, that threads. Perfect. So it's 9/16 for those of you wondering. And I actually think that I was looking at this. Hopefully there's threads in this block. I think there is. There should be. There we go. Got tight. Perfect. So now the engine should be in tight once we get the rest of the bolts checked. There's one over here somewhere. It is right here. Right there. That one's loose for sure. But hopefully now it's not anymore. Perfect. Jump over to the other side and get those two. we do that, this one's fairly tight. Jump over here to this front one that was the worst of the bunch that I checked. Wherever it is. It's under here somewhere. I'm just gonna find it. There it is. Yeah, this one back here, there we go. That one's that one's tight. There we go. Hopefully now, seems like we did it. Cool. I always wondered why that motor looked like it moved so much. I thought maybe somebody had put rubbers underneath of it. Well, it didn't move that I noticed when you would shake it around, you know, but yet again, I wasn't trying to shake it. I would watch the hydraulic pump wobble around a little bit. But I always just kind of thought, well, maybe it's normal. There we go. Our shroud should be back on there now. You know what I missed? I missed our firewall cover. I was wondering why it went on there so easy. Let's get this back on. We don't necessarily need this to be on there, especially since we have that top cover. But I guess it never hurts to have extra protection, you know. And again, keeps the jokes to yourselves. So let's see. I do feel better though, knowing that we got in there and we also found the fact that the engine was loose. And I'm also glad that we went in there and changed that rod, or the seal, not the rod. So that definitely makes me feel better. But knowing that, and knowing that somebody was in this motor, makes me kind of nervous. Well, they left the motor mounting bolts loose. You never know what else they left loose. There we go. Cool. Now all of them are in. Where's theirs? Get this here. Sure, it will come out where they're supposed to. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Clear. For the most part, it seems mounted. So cool. Now we'll go on ahead and start inserting our bolts. Well, I was down there putting that shroud back on, and I felt a drip onto my hand. I believe it was gas, so I think that fuel line's leaking, which would explain the big puddle that was underneath of it. So I think we're gonna have to replace that fuel line. Let me bring the camera back. So I guess we'll film it. Let's go on ahead and film changing the fuel. Let me drain the gas and I'll bring you back. Stuck a new fuel line on there. It's clear. I know someone's gonna have a fit, but it works. So, I mean, oh well. let's go ahead and start the engine, make sure the engine runs. I don't see anything leaking so far, which is good. I also stuck a new fitting on there because the old fitting fell apart on me when I finally got that fuel line off. This is it right here. It's pretty hard, as you can see. Here, I'll show you how hard it is. See it starting to change color right there, and how it doesn't want to bend, slowly starts to bend back. It's old, so I went ahead and changed it. It's stiff. Let's start the engine up, make sure it starts and runs good. We are going to have to keep an eye on the starter. It does start and run good, which is good. So I think for the most part, we should be okay. I'm going to take it out and ride it around a little bit and just see what it does. Guys, I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I took the tractor out some and drove it around. No oil that I can see on the floor. I don't see any leaks at all underneath the tractor now, which is good. So hopefully this will last for a while. I am glad I went in there and changed that seal, as well as changed that fuel line. Definitely needed changed. So that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If this is your first time checking out my channel, please consider going down below, hitting that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you guys a thing. It tells YouTube that people like my videos and that I shouldn't be shadow banned by them. It also tells YouTube, or it also tells me that you guys like what you see and want to see more. Let me know what you think. This is actually going to be the last video of this year. Merry Christmas, you guys. I think this video is going up on Christmas if I looked at the schedule and remembered right, even though it's December 8th for me. Nowhere near Christmas yet. Merry Christmas to all of you. Hope you guys have a good one this year. Trying to think if there's anything else that I want to say. Not sure what the plan is going to be for next year. I've definitely got some videos in the works that will be coming along here next year. I'm probably going to start getting into that as soon as I'm done with this video. Got some projects coming along that have been on the channel before but never quite finished. Well, one of them's going to get finished. The other one, I've got to find out if that motor is going to work. So yeah, with that being said, I want to thank all you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.